sweet. Like my chocolate scents, the product candy night. I've worn it at the workplace, but you shouldn't. What's up, Perfume Mafia? Vallivon The Perfume Don back at you with another fragrance video. But first things first, let's address this hat. I need to know, do you guys like the hat? I feel like I love the hat. Like, I don't know if I should wear it like that. I don't know. Is this like a cop hat or like this? I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I really like it. I think it's really cool. You guys know I'm a hat girl. I always have on a hat. That's just like my zhuzh. But I don't know how I feel about this one. Like, I feel like I really like it and like it compliments me. But then also I look at it and I'm like, do I look stupid? Like, do I look like I have on, like I ripped this from a cop costume? Like, you know, the little costumes for Halloween. Like, I don't know. Drop it below. What do you think about this hat? Please let me know. And I'll also list the link for it. Got it from Amazon. Really, really affordable. And, you know, it's faux leather, but it doesn't look super shiny. But I just don't know. Anyways, let's get into this video. So I wanted to do an updated video. It's kind of like not fitting for right now because I know a lot of people are in the office, but I am. And I've been running into a thing to where I'll wear some scents and I just feel like, oh my gosh, is this appropriate for like office wear? Like, I know it's not. If you have to question it, it's not. But I'm just like, I feel like maybe other people are back in the office and they would enjoy this video that gives you a few different options for what you should be wearing to the office and maybe some tips in between. But if you like fragrance, if you love smelling good, if you love smelling good, you're in the place to be. Like this video to let me know you like this video, because how would I know that you like this video if you would simply not like this video? And let's get into a few scents I have in my collection that I think are appropriate. Well, I know are appropriate for the office. Okay, the first one is going to come from Gucci. This is Gucci Bloom. I wasn't the biggest fan of this fragrance when it first launched. I love the packaging. That's actually why I bought it. I actually like the new flanker a lot more, which is in the red bottle. It has a boosted tuberose, but this is definitely a white floral tuberose kind of scent. Usually white florals are going to be safe enough to rock in the office. And the thing about white florals, of course, some people say it's better for spring, summer. I think this is appropriate for all year in the office because, again, it's going to be inoffensive. It's going to be light, delicate, that sort of thing. Not something to where people are going to be like, oh, it's too strong. You're going to be disrupting people, you know. The most important thing is that you focus on your work and you don't want your fragrance to be a distraction. This is not a distraction. It's a little bit more grown woman, but it definitely has the freshness and the floralness about it to where I think it's really nice for most offices. And it's just going to be a nice little fragrance, not too strong. Just maybe a little whiff when you walk around, maybe in the conference room. People go, it smells lovely, that sort of thing, but it's not going to be offensive. So that's my first option for a nice office fragrance, okay? The next one that we have is going to be super affordable. This is going to be from Rihanna. This is Kiss by Riri. I really like this fragrance. Let me tell you, it's not much to it. It's not much to it. It's just got the quintessential combination of like a little bit of a sweet, but mostly fresh floral citrus kind of a scent. It smells almost like water lily or lily kind of a scent. It smells like fresh and almost like by a pond, that sort of thing. It just has like a nice freshness to it. Again, I think this is appropriate for all year long. This is also very affordable. Usually you can get it for under $20. Don't pay more than $20 for this fragrance. But I really like it. It's nice. Again, we're still waiting for a Fenty based fragrance. Please launch that. I'm telling you, you're going to make so much money, Riri. And let me try them first so I can let you know if it's Vallivon approved. But anyways, yeah, Kiss by Rihanna, I think it's very nice. It's got a fresh water lily. I don't know if that's in there, but that's literally what I get when I smell this fragrance. But yeah, I like it. It's not too juvenile either. Like, it's definitely created for a younger audience, but it's not too juvenile. So my young ladies, Gen Z, younger millennials that are just entering the workforce and you need a fragrance that's appropriate for the office, this is definitely one, and it's not going to break your bank because, you know, we got to save them Zolas, okay? The next one that we have is going to be from a really cool brand that you probably have never heard of, but you should have heard of them because if you've been Perfume Mafia, if you're not subscribed, because why not? But if you've been Perfume Mafia, I have talked about them before. This is Emilia. Emilia, this is the #1 eau de parfum. I love this scent so much. It's got a nice floral nature about it. It's got that tuberose. It's also, I believe, has some gardenia, maybe some jasmine. Opens up with a little bit of like a citrus, but it has a beautiful like spice woody sandalwood kind of like a base to it, to where I feel like it's appropriate for all seasons. It's kind of a scent, it reminds me of like Glossier You, or that kind of scent that just blends into your personal fragrance, and it makes you just smell like your scent but better. If you know what I'm saying, like it's just like a your fragrance but better kind of a scent. It's not very strong, but it definitely lasts. There's something about this fragrance that I actually feel like is appropriate for men as well. And that's what the creator actually spoke of. And also, if you want to know more about this brand and the creator, I do have a live session with her that you can find on my Instagram TV, and it's Vallivon The Perfume Don on there. But yeah, this is a very nice fragrance. I feel like it has just like a little woody spice to it that plays the background, but it's definitely a floral fragrance. And I love it in the spring, summer. I've actually been reaching for it a lot in the fall as well. So I think you should check it out. She has minis available as well, and she also has candles. So, you know, if you really love the fragrance, your entire home and just like everything can smell like it. Can you guys believe that I'm like so big into fragrance that sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, should I bring a candle to work? That's so inappropriate. I would never do that. But I was like, maybe I could just like a little one and like no one would know. That's so inappropriate. I would never do that. Anyways, the next one that we have is going to come from a brand that, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I have to admit, and at least give it to them, that Chanel makes some really good work scents. And like literally I have at least 3 in my collection, maybe 4, that I feel like are from Chanel and that would be really good for the work. But I just chose one for the sake of time. This is Chanel Chance. And I just feel like this is such a work appropriate scent. It is an eau de toilette, so again, not super strong. It's got the classiest version of a pineapple that I've ever smelled in my entire life. It just smells like pure class, and it has a little bit of like a fruity nature to it, but like elevated. It's not like juvenile fruity, very much so elevated, and a little bit sharp as well. So when you're dressed sharp, you want your fragrance to be sharp too. So that's Chanel Chance. Really, really like this. Well, actually, I don't really like this fragrance. But I think it's appropriate for work. I can say that. But let me know, do you guys like Chanel fragrances? I'm trying to see, like, do people really like them? I have like, there's one guy in the fragrance community, he actually has a channel, Jay Holloway. What's up? And he really loves Chanel fragrances. I'm just trying to find that love within my heart. Of course, the ones I have, I like. There's like 2 that I love. But anyways, do I have a video on that? I think I already have a video on my Chanel scents. If not, coming soon. Okay, the next one that we have is actually going to be from Kenzo. This is Kenzo Flower. Again, look at this bottle. It's huge. When I got this one, I was like, where am I going to put this? But for the notes, it has a floral energy about it. It's powdery and it has vanilla. It's weird. But it also has wild hawthorn, Bulgarian rose, Cassie's flower, violet. So pretty much, let me just tell you, it smells like a powdery sweet flower. Powdery sweet. Not super sweet, but just like a little bit of like a natural powdery sweetness to it. Like it smells very, very natural. When you first spray this, it does smell like a little bit like wild. Something like you're walking through a like wild bush that has flowers on it. But then it dries down to like a powdery floral fragrance that has a little bit of a sweetness. And that's the vanilla in there. The violet is going to make the powderiness. So if you like powdery scents, then you would like this one. I do feel like powdery scents are still appropriate for the workplace. But yeah, I feel like it's a scent that's familiar enough to where it's not going to be like offensive. You know, if you smell like something that's like so delicious, like you can't smell super, super sweet in the workplace. Do what you want, whatever. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't go super, super sweet. Like my chocolate scents, the product candy night, I've worn it in the workplace, but you shouldn't. You should not. Don't go super sweet. Don't go like super heavy Mediterranean, oud, Oriental kind of a scent. Wear something that people are familiar with, a powdery, musky, a floral kind of a scent, you know? Maybe light, fresh citrus, but this one is along the lines. And this one is Flower by Kenzo. So yeah, check that one out. I got perfume in my mouth. Yum. The next one that we have is actually going to be from Royalty Scents. If you guys have not tried out Royalty Scents, please do. Okay, it's a fragrance subscription service, and I know you guys are like, oh my god, another one. Yes, another one. This one's really cool because when I was going through their selection, I was like, dang, They have all those like heavy hitters. Homage, they have the Armani Prive, they have the Dior's and the YSLs, of course, but they also have the upper echelon, like very highbrow niche fragrances. So really affordable. They have men's and women's, and it's for one flat price. Every month you can try out different scents and really expand your collection. This one that I have from them, I feel like is really appropriate for the workplace. This is from the Armani Prive line. This is Privoni Shuzu. So this is one of the most popular ones, I'm going to say, from Armani's private exclusive line, which so many designer brands are doing. Let me just spray it a little bit, like right here. I'm actually testing on a fragrance right here that I have a video coming soon about, but yeah. Armani Shuzu, it smells a little bit like fresh to me, floral, but just something that kind of smells like serene. It smells very peaceful, very serene, and it smells expensive because darn it is. But yeah, I really like, also check out that, doesn't that look so sleek? I feel like I'm actually going to pop this in my bag. Like maybe I'll do an exclusive review with it. I think I'm gonna pop this in my bag because I really like this scent. This smells so good. This is like perfect for work. I think it's gonna be my new work scent. We found her. I like to switch it up every week because I get bored of scents, and you guys know I have a few different scents, so I like to make sure they're getting their wear. Yeah, I think that smells so serene and just almost calming. All green, floral kind of a scent. Does that make sense? That's what I get from it, but that type of calmness. Are you there with me? Can you know? Anyways, this is Privoni Shuzu from Armani Prive, and I think this is I'm actually going to put this in my purse right now. Boop. Did not make it. It will, okay? The next one that we have, and I've actually been loving. I've been loving to wear this scent so much. I just can't get enough. I think it may overtake Jo Malone's Red Roses for like my favorite Jo Malone scent. This is Mimosa and Cardamom. I love her. I have a backup of her. You can actually find her at TJ Maxx. I got her for a discount at TJ Maxx, so stay tuned. Well, I should say, look out. Go to your store and look for it if you want it. But anyways, this one is the Mimosa and Cardamom. Oh my gosh. Milky latte. That's what I get. Milky latte with a little bit of like cinnamon on top, little nutmeg. That's what I get from this fragrance. It's supposed to be light floral. I get milky almond, almost nutty, with just like the softest kind of like a kick spice to it. I love this scent so much. I can't get anything else from it. No one else agrees with me. I don't know why. That's what I get from this fragrance. But it has like a softness, a delicateness, a slight sweetness, but it's so digestible and it's so lovely. And this is how I would love everything in my life to smell. Can everything in my life smell like Jo Malone, Mimosa, and Cardamom? Once I reach an accomplishment in my life, I think I'm gonna buy like the body wash and the lotion to like treat myself. Maybe the candle, one of those to complement this, because this scent is just amazing. No, but seriously, I really love that scent, and it's totally appropriate for the workplace. If you want to do sweet, I think this is about as sweet as you could go. I'm telling you, sweet can be offensive. It could be too much for the workplace. Trust me, the Zon. But I mean, do what you want, but trust me, I'm the Zon. But anyways, yeah. I'm looking at this because I sometimes I wonder if this is fake. Sometimes, TJ, do you be selling fakes? I would come for them. I'll be like, you are too grown. But anyways, yeah, Mimosa and Cardamom. Next one. All right, the next one's going to be another very affordable one. This is the Jennifer Aniston. This is, I think it's J. Is this J? J by Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, this is J by Jennifer Aniston. A celebrity scent, but not juvenile at all. I have to give her props for that. This is not a juvenile scent at all. Of course, celebrity scent, super affordable. Usually you can find it at Kohl's. That's pretty much the only place I've ever seen her fragrances. Maybe Walgreens. But this fragrance smells like very calming, like you're walking through a freaking beach. It smells very much so like sandalwood. Sandalwood, beachy, almost aquatic. Yeah, it smells very aquatic and beachy and like sandalwood. I don't have a problem with this scent. Very fresh. It's very faint as well. So I think people would just say you smell fresh and clean when they smell it on you. They won't be able to really identify what you smell like. But I think it's very appropriate for the office. And I have to give her commends and kudos and accolades and yah-yahs and rah-rahs and ha-has. Because she made a scent that does not smell super childish. Which is appropriate because I don't think her demo would ever be like teens anyway. So kudos to her for making a scent that is congruent with her demo, but still affordable and accessible. Love it. Well, I don't love this scent, but you know, it's appropriate for the workplace. I can say that. I can say that. Okay, the next one that we have is actually going to be another interpretation of sweet. Another way you can go about sweet. So this is from the brand. This is from the Fluid Project. So this fragrance is from the Fluid Project. It's really cool because this is a shake and spray. So as you can see, they're separated right now. And then I'll go. It's almost like a shake weight 2010. Yeah. Then it turns this very milky brown shade that is not so appealing, but the scent is. So this scent is called Transcend. And when you spray it, you're just going to get like fresh tropical kind of like flowers that has a little bit of sweet, but it's like fresh tropical flowers. So I really like this scent. I think it's appropriate for the workplace. Yeah, it almost has like a creaminess about it, but like light creaminess, like almost like milkiness, but mostly you would just get like tropical exotic florals. I feel like I like that a lot. Very nice, easy wear. Again, it's from the Fluid Project. So yeah, I would say check it out if you like how that sounds. And the last one that we have is actually a scent that has grown on me so much, which I'm happy because I paid a crap ton for. So this one is from, will I ever remember the name of this brand? Yes, Diptique. This is from Diptique. This is Dusson. Dusson. Dusson, I don't know if that means French brand, clearly. But yeah, this is a very nice tuberose fragrance. So if you do like Gucci Bloom, wow. If you do like Gucci Bloom, then you would definitely like this one. This is like a more concentrated, elevated. I didn't say last longer, okay? I did not say that. This one doesn't last the most. That's okay for the office. But if it's a little bit more like honed in to the specific note of tuberose and it really celebrates it, this fragrance celebrates tuberose. This is the EDT. They do have an EDP if you want it to be a little bit more intensified. I didn't notice the difference that much, so I just went with the EDT because it was more affordable. But I love this scent. It's a nice floral fragrance. Again, white floral. I would say go white floral. Don't go red floral for the office. Roses and that sort of thing. So it could be a little bit too heavy. It could be a little bit too much. So I would go with these white florals. A little bit easier to wear. But those are my selections that I think are really good for the office. Let me know, what have you been wearing to the office? If you're back in the office, if you want to go back to the office, comment below. If when you were in the office, let me know what did you wear as your work scent. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.